Hello Eternum and welcome to KOTT News, Eternum's #1 source for news, and this is the War Report. Dynamic change in the history of Eternum last night as the Marauders of Thrust Damage slog into the peat moss bog of the Fen and capture the fort in rapid fashion. KOTT was on the scene in time to witness the celebratory team photo on the steps of City Hall. Afterwards, we were able to get a few words from this loosely organized group of Marauders.
Pretty hot, you know, we hardly started out, it was pretty hot. We were struggling out there. I took a hit. But you know, AC Slater, he came through, he was swinging that sword around. He came with the gold. He was able to pick it up and carry the team. His back's hurting right now, but it's pretty good stuff.
I couldn't help but notice that immediately upon taking control of the Fen that you began upgrades on the Tier 4 Forge.
Yeah, we're a company of the people, you know. We want to make sure that that everyone that comes to this community is well spoken for, well taken care of. So please come by and use our forge. We'll have it at Tier 5 by tomorrow morning.
Earlier in First Light, the reigning Spice Lords of Soju Gang maintained their hold on the Hyssop and Spice production facilities for yet another day.
Congratulations on your victory out there tonight. It looks like they slowly but surely managed to take 1, then 2 points away, but the final 50-50 on the outer objective was yours to win the day. How do you feel it went out there?
Yeah, I think it went really good. This was the first war officially where we had to deal with the merc changes and still 40 of our own people. We were actually just ended up working out that we were missing a couple slots, so we didn't actually have a full 50.
Oh, I was this close to putting in for a press pass. I probably should have.
But no, it went really well. I do have to say the attacking company, they did have some really good pushes. Like even like towards the end, they were doing a really good job of regrouping their whole army, and that's definitely a good. That was good to see. Like they can keep grinding and they'll do better.
No, I agree. If they had the mental fortitude to regroup late in the game, then that's somebody who doesn't. The lack of mental fatigue means they're going to keep coming back. That's what I like to see.
100%. 100%. Have to acknowledge that for sure.
No, cheers. Well, was there anybody out there whose efforts you might want to highlight tonight?
Oh, definitely all the mercs that we had come out. We always appreciate them. They always do great jobs for us. And Asian Sushi finally got to bust out the fire staff today, I think. So that was great. We've been missing that action. And yeah, just shout out to all the Soju Gang company members that aren't really that used to warring, but that were down to kind of do what we needed them to do. And yeah, we appreciate everybody.
Turning to the weather, and after the sun spends the day meandering through the sky, northern cold fronts will descend from the mountains, giving rise to a 30% chance of invasion. 2 more submissions for Simulated Fantasy Combat Resolution tonight, brought to you by LARPCO. Remember, if it isn't LARPCO, it's cardboard. First up, the Covenant forces of Most Wanted assail the Marauders of They Want My Swamp for control of the master fishing port town of Reekwater. Most Wanted forces returning to the action after a rough night 2 nights ago, but this time they only have 1 roster to worry about as they wade into Reekwater. The occupying Marauders of the region have to deal with this every time they rebuild the highway overpass bridge. It's only after the infrastructure is done that they want my swamp. Meanwhile, the Syndicate forces of Soju Gang assault the Covenant forces of Tropical House for control of the rain-drenched mountain region of Morningdale. Soju Gang coming off a successful hold of the beachfront hamlet of First Light last night, taking their roster to the overcast region of Morningdale. But will they find success in such an unfamiliar environment? Tropical House are well aware of the irony of their position as rulers of Morningdale, but they derive inner sunshine from the spark as they fight to maintain control of their holy land abutting the northeastern death wall. We'll have any late-breaking outcomes and reactions from the citizens tonight at 11. Until then, this has been War Correspondent JChalant, KOTT News.